Today we are going to start a new topic, that is economic growth, types of economic growth, and what is economic growth and economic development. Two different things, huh? And apart from this, we are going to explore few more indicators which are better than than GDPs and GNPs basically. So let's start today's topic. Thing. Now, before I start this topic, everybody, I would like to ask you a very practical question of day-to-day life. If a person looks muscular, if a person goes to gym every day, do you think that person would be healthy? This is question number one. Question number two, again, relevant to this thing only. If a person using good facial makeup looks good, is that person healthy from inside? Or a person who's staying in a village, not focusing anything, not focusing much on the skincare, is that person healthy? I want you to think, you know, and answer this question. So if I reply to these questions, that would be if a person looking muscular, if a person is looking healthy, he could be healthy in one aspect, that is muscular part, but he may not be healthy. If I say when you are mental, when you say the mental, when you see his mental health, or maybe the internal organs may not be that healthy because they must be under pressure. Because bodybuilders are dying so young because of misuse of many things, right? Example number one. Example number two. Person who looks good because of facial care may not be healthy from inside. He may not be. Person number three, a villager who is not doing so much skincare, he could be healthy from inside, but may not look good from outside. Why I was discussing all these things, why I gave these examples, there's a thing called wholesome health. Means a person should be healthy in a wholesome way. He should be muscular. He should be mentally happy and satisfied. Mental health is also important, and internal body should also be healthy, right? Same case is relevant in economics, guys. Sometimes numbers seems to be improving. Sometimes one aspect of economy seems to be improving, but it doesn't mean that economy is doing good in a wholesome way, right? So the way I compared, the economy with human body, that human body could be healthy from one aspect, may not be healthy from other aspect, right? But we should focus on the wholesome diet, wholesome health. Same goes with the economy. It should be, a wholesome growth, not just the numbers moving, right? Now, starting the topic, let's start today's topic, that is GDP and GNP. Before I proceed further, I would straight away like to jump into one concept and better understanding of GDP and GNP, guys. We'll test definitions after this. GDP is gross domestic product. Something the only thing which is different over here is domestic, right? GNP is gross national product. So there is no the word domestic and national that is coming in both of the cases. Domestic means it is a geographical concept. Domestic means something happening within the borders of the country. So whatever happening within this domestic area, geographical area, that will be included in GDP. So if someone asks you, so GDP is a geographical concept. On contrary, GNP, national word was coming. It is something related to nationals of the country. What is the meaning? Synonym of national is citizens of the country, right? So those citizens could be staying inside the country or they may be spread out throughout the world. So, but still they are citizen of our country. Means if someone is working abroad, if a software engineer is working in Europe, in America, right? He is Indian citizen, but just working over there. If a pilot is flying aeroplane from India to Singapore, he's also citizen of the country, but he's just flying. He's just moving from one country to another country. If a merchant navy, officer, he's traveling from one country to another country, that is, those are part of travels, but generally they are citizen of India, right? So GNP is related to nationals or citizens of the country, and GDP is related to geographical area of the country. I hope this is clear to everybody. Now, GDP is the money value, means total money value, of final goods. Final word is very important over here. We are going to discuss it again. Final goods and services produced within the domestic boundary. See, domestic boundary means geographical domestic boundary in financial year. Means whatsoever financial activities happening in terms of services or goods, final services and goods within the boundary of a country. Means this is my home. Anything is happening within this boundary wall, that will be included as GDP. Whereas in GNP, money value of final goods and services produced by the nationals, produced by the citizens of the country anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. I hope you got the point. Means a Punjabi could be staying in London, staying in Canada. He may not have got that is he must be he just traveling over there, he's just working over there. So that person will also be included under GNP. I hope this is clear to everybody. So I will be asking a few questions as well for better clarity on this. So domestic territory means political boundary of a country, right? From Jammu and Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat to the, seven sister states. So that all the political boundary of a country, anything is happening within that, that is included under GDP. So let me ask you a question. If I am working in Embassy of America, Embassy of USA in Delhi, or if I am working in Embassy of Israel situated in New Delhi, will that be included in GDP or GNP? This is question number one. I want you to think, guys. If Tata, I hope you know Range Rover is also, Tatas are situated throughout the world, for example, or even Infosys is also situated throughout the world. They have offices throughout the world. If Tata is having an office in Europe, so will that be included in GDP or GNP? Okay, I want you to think on this. If BMW is having a showroom in India or BMW is having a manufacturing site, production site in New Delhi, Noida, or in Bangalore, will that be included in GNP or GDP? I want you to think on this, guys. This is quite conceptual thing. If a pilot is flying an aeroplane from India to Dubai, so will that activity will be considered under GNP or GDP, guys? I want you to think on this, right? Now, let's answer the questions one by one, guys. Tata in Europe means our citizens are working outside. So it's not within the domestic country because it's not geographical. They have moved out of the country. So it will be included in GNP. Means our citizens are spreading throughout the world. So that will be included under GNP. So it is not happening within the country boundary, right? This thing is an exception, guys. I work in USA Embassy situated in New Delhi. Guys, USA embassies are taken as land of that country. So that is not part of India, if I tell you. So politically, if the embassies, all the embassies are situated in a capital of the country, that is New Delhi, right? So those embassies, our government can't go inside those embassies. Our police can't go, our military can't go inside those embassies. Those embassies are treated as the territory of that country within our country. Means if Indian embassy is in USA, so that is our land. So if I am working in USA embassy, that is again GNP, not GDP. Since I was working within the domestic boundary, but embassies are not considered as domestic boundaries. Very important concept. I want you to remember this thing. If a foreign company is established in India, that will be considered within the domestic boundary. So it is a GDP. It's not GNP because this is happening within the boundary of the country. I hope this is clear to everybody. Now let me give you just a small diagrammatic representation. This is India, guys. For example, anything that is happening within this boundary wall, anything which is happening inside this thing, means this is India. This will be GDP. I hope this is visible to everybody. Anything happening within this boundary wall. And if the citizens of India they move out of this country and anything happening outside this boundary wall, would be considered as GNP, guys. This will be considered as GNP. I hope this is clear to everybody. Now, one more exception was there, that embassies within the country means they are not our territory. They are territory of the country whose embassy that is basically. So if it is embassy of Israel, so that is land of Israel. So if I am working over here, that will also be considered as GNP, guys. I hope this is clear to everybody. Now, coming back to this, guys, if Air India is being, if a pilot flies Air India from Singapore to USA, right? So that person is working in India, he is earning in India, so that will be considered in GDP. I hope this is clear to everybody, right? Now, the final good concept is also very important. In GDP, we don't count all the goods, we count the end product. Means for to make a car, we need to paint the car, we need to have seat covers, we need to have tires. So we will not count tires separately, paint separately, we will count one car. So if one car is costing you 2 lakh rupees, just for an example, so that 2 lakh rupee will be added in GDP. We will not add 2 lakh rupee of car, 10,000 rupee tires, and 6,000 rupee paint. We will not add these things. We will exclude these things. We will only count the car, the final cost of the product. I hope this is clear to everybody. So GDP is a geographical concept. GNP is a national concept, a citizen concept, right? I hope this is clear to everyone. Now coming to the definition part, GDP is gross domestic product. Domestic means within the domestic boundary, or political map of the country. Total values of the goods and services produced within the country's border. Very important. In 1 year, that is specified period. It is indicator of economic performance. So guys, though GDP's formula is quite complicated, so I had written a very simple formula. GDP is consumption plus investment plus government spending plus net exports. So all the financial activities, manufacturing services, all are included over here, right? Now there is one definition as well. What is recession? If the GDP falls for two consecutive quarters, that could lead to recession, right? But India will never come to recession because we have huge markets, we have huge population. So in India the demand is always at high level. So India rarely hits recession, whereas Western countries they hit recession because the demand falls very drastically. And because of that fall in the demand, what exactly happens? The entire industry it collapses. So for them, decline or two consecutive falls in the GDP is very, very bad. For India, and one more thing, guys, recession should not only be seen as two consecutive falls in the GDP. It should be seen in other aspects as well. What is happening in employment? What is happening in stock market? What is happening in uh, inflation? So all these parameters should also be taken under consideration, not only the GDP. Yes, people do take GDP, but along with that, it is advisable to take those parameters also, under consideration. So this is recession. Recession is when GDP falls consecutively in two, consecutive terms. It falls down. It has a negative impact. This is recession. I hope this is clear to everyone. Now, what is gross national product? So it is something related to nationals, means citizens. Total value of goods and services produced by the country's residents, regardless of location. It could be anywhere, guys. So it is good for our GNP if people start going abroad, work there. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. The difference from GDP includes income from abroad. We are going to discuss remittances, what exactly it is. It is also very important. It reflects economic strength globally. Now, what exactly happens? What is remittances, guys? Actually, what happens? There's so many people who live abroad, right? So, exactly what happens? This is India, right? There's so many people who are working in the other countries. They earn money over there and they send the money back to India, to their parents, to their family members. And this is called as remittances, when people earn money and send money back to India. So this is called as remittances. So India is the highest receiver of the remittances in the entire world, guys. We are highest in this. It means our people had spread throughout the world. It's a good thing, generally. It is good for us, basically. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay. Now, if I ask you if GDP is increasing, it's a good sign. What do you say? If GNP is increasing, is it a good sign? I mean, it is always a good thing. So we are going to get this answer. As I started this conversation only with with the concept that it is wholesome health that matters. Looking muscular, looking good facially doesn't mean you're healthy from inside. Similarly, only increase in GDP doesn't mean that everything is going good. We have to see multiple parameters. So let's move to the next parameter, that is economic growth. What is the meaning of economic growth? Right. So if I again give you a very easy conceptual thing, so economic growth means numbers are increasing, just like GDP. Numbers are increasing. It is a quantitative measure, means only numbers are increasing. Unidimensional, right? We'll start a small story, as I always, try to break down the things into stories. Let me give you a small story of this. Family of, for example, there is father, mother, and two children, right? And maybe grandparents as well. So they're family of four or five or six people, right? Just imagine your father is earning more and more money, but he is not spending on your good schools, right? On good education means, or health of his parents, or good food, just earning more money. Is that a good thing? His numbers are increasing. He's growing basically. You know, he's having a good growth. But it is just numbers are increasing in bank account, but it is not multidimensional. You are not going to a good school, your mother is not, you are not wearing good clothes, you're not eating healthy food, your health of everybody is not good. So it is just a number is increasing. So economic growth is the increase of production of goods over time. So it is because of technology, it could be because of anything. Yes, it boosts employment, means your father is earning more money, but it doesn't mean that it is helping all of you to grow. It is growth of just one person, and that too in terms of numbers. Even your father is also not spending that money. He's just keeping the money in bank. Your father is also eating bad food, your father is also wearing bad clothes, living in a bad area. So this is economic growth. It is in numbers. Now, once I will be completing these things, I will be asking question from you guys. Which type of growth will be beneficial for a country? I want you to think, right? Now, economic development this time. Now, the same story. This time your father is earning money. He is getting more increment, more growth, right? He is earning more and more salary. But he is spending this salary this time to first make a good home for you, buy good clothes for you, good food, healthy food for you. He's sending you to a good school now. Now you are also learning new things. You are making new friends. He's spending good on health of his parents as well, and all of you health of he's going. You are going to a good hospital this time. So what is happening this time? He's earning money. Numbers are growing, but he's using that money for the welfare of everyone, so that everyone is also growing. You are going to a good school, you are eating good food, you are living in a good home, at with good environment outside. Everyone is healthy. This is development. When economics is converted into welfare of everybody. So when production plus social welfare, it is qualitative, guys. Means quantitative plus quality is also improving. Numbers plus welfares, both are getting achieved. Multi-dimensional. It is having in all the dimensions, means you are growing mentally, looks wise, you're growing financially as well. So it's a multi-dimensional growth, guys. Right? Now, it can be achieved by subsidy and redistribution. Sometimes what government do, government try to distribute rations, right? Government try to distribute direct benefit transfers, directly, give money to people, they can enjoy themselves. But don't you think in that it is not the real welfare, it is just artificial welfare. The real welfare should come when everyone is earning, when everyone is growing financially. We are going to discuss that thing as well. But in this, your father is the only one who is earning. Rest are just enjoying the welfare, right? Now, It is improvement of overall well-being and standard of living of people. See, it is well-being is also improving, means finance is also improving, standard of living is also improving, means good clothes, good food, good healthy. Maybe you're going to gym, you start going to gym, you start yoga somewhere, or you're going to eat in restaurant, good restaurants, you're staying in a good society. So it is covering all the aspects, health, education, equality as well. So there is a good comparison between growth and development. So if I ask you, which one is better, just earning more money or using that money wisely for improvement of everyone, guys? So this is economic development and this was economic growth. One more term that will come over here, that is inclusive growth. You might have heard this term in many newspapers that we need to have the growth should be inclusive. Now, let me give you an example. In the same story, when your father was earning money, why not your mother is earning money? So in the same story, it's just your father who is contributing towards the growth of the family, no, financially. Your mother is not, you are not, your grandparents and your grandmother is not. So what if everyone starts, you know, contributing towards earning money? Means your mother starts teaching in a school. She also starts earning salary. Your grandfather, he starts doing consultation because he's so experienced, he can earn money by consulting someone. Your grandmother, she can give spiritual lectures to people. Means she's also doing some kind of contribution. Being a good child, being a good a family member, you earn scholarships. You study hard, you earn scholarships. So you're also doing something financially. So in this story, in inclusive growth, everyone is participating, everyone is earning something. It's not that you have to earn in lakhs. At least you earn 500 rupees, 1,000, 10,000, 15,000. But you are earning, you're contributing in the entire family's growth, and then you are enjoying the financial growth. Whatever money you earned, it could be as small as 500 rupee or 1,000 rupee. But everyone is getting benefit. It's not on the shoulder of one person. So in economic growth, what was happening? One person was doing everything and he was taking the care of welfare. So that can be done by giving you pocket money, by giving pocket money to your mother, by taking care of the grandparents. So only one, that is your father, is taking care of everyone. So that can be achieved by redistribution. There's no one is contributing as such. Everyone is just enjoying, right? But in inclusive growth, everyone participates and everyone equally benefits from that. Means you are participating and you are getting benefit from that. But I wanted to say in economic development, it would be like that. Your grandparents are not doing anything. You are not doing anything. Your wife, your mother is not doing anything. But over here, if not financially, it could be spiritually, it could be education wise. Your grandfather can teach you. You can do something spiritual. You can do something. You can do some household chores. Your mother can start doing part-time job. So everyone is kind of participating in the growth. It could be financial growth. It could be growth of mind. It could be growth of health as well. So economic growth that is distributed fairly across all the society, and it creates opportunity for everybody. So it will help everyone to grow. It will have opportunities for all, right? Now, this inclusive growth is much better than this one, economic development. Why? Because over here we are giving chance to ladies, to women as well. Earlier, women were not given equal rights to work. It is, every child is getting good opportunity to study in good education institutes. Your grandparents are getting good health facilities. So everyone is growing in the society. Even the marginal sections means, people of different religions, different castes, different geographical areas, everyone is growing. Means if a Gujarati, Gujarat is such a developed state. If Gujarati is growing, similarly Nagaland is growing. Similarly, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal are also growing. So it is equal for everyone. Everyone is participating, equal opportunities, and everyone is growing. That is the best vision for a country, guys. This is how a country should be growing. What do you say? Right? It should not be like that. Economic growth. GDP numbers can be changing any point of time. GDP can increase any point of time, but the growth should be penetrated, inside the country. Everyone should be participating and everyone should be enjoying this thing. So I have this is clear. Which growth is better? I want you to think towards the end of the session. I want you to think which growth would be better for a country. Now, one more story, guys. This again, the story will continue, huh? Same family, growing, right? So grandparents, your mother, father, and you, both of you siblings, right? You are having cars. You are spoiling the entire neighborhood. You are cutting the trees. You are, burning everything. You are polluting everything. You are putting litter everywhere, litter in the sense garbage everywhere. So, though you are growing, but you are spoiling you are spoiling the surroundings environment. So, if environment is spoiled or damaged, guys, where would you live? Let me repeat myself again, guys. With growth, money supply increases. With money supply, inflation increases. With growth, environment also gets degraded. All these things. Just remember this thing. All these things are directly proportional to each other. Growth will spoil that environment. Growth will increase the inflation. Growth will increase the money supply. So if money supply will be increased, it will again degrade the environment. Now, let me ask you one thing. What you want today? You want growth, money today, but you don't have a home after 20 years, means your mother earth gets spoiled. What is the benefit? Just look at the example of New Delhi, guys. New Delhi is capital of India. Growth, it is a growth story over there. Everyone is growing, but with growth, environment is getting degraded. It's not just now. It's not just not with New Delhi. The same thing is happening throughout the country. The same thing happened in Chinese cities as well, though they tried to control it and they had managed to control it. USA and all the European countries, and American countries, they don't do the manufacturing in their own country. They outsource the manufacturing to poor countries like Nepal, not Nepal, Bangladesh, India, for Vietnam, China. So that we people, we get employment, we get good money supply out of employment. Growth do comes in our country, but it is spoiling our environment, guys. They are protected. They're not spoiling their environment because we are manufacturing. More we manufacture, more garbage will produce, more and waste material will be produced, and that waste material need to be either dumped inside the soil or burnt. So that will hamper our environment. Though air is common to everybody, that is hampering as such the entire atmosphere. But the thing is that sustainable growth is the growth that will meet the current needs but without compromising future generations. Means today you are growing, you are earning a lot of money. Look at China, look at America, such a growing nations, right? But what is the purpose of growing, guys, if you damage the entire earth, if you damage your surroundings, your environment? Where would you live? What would you do with that money? See what is happening in New Delhi. You have to wear masks every day. It is just like smoking 30 cigarettes in a day. 30 cigarettes, just three packets of cigarette. So, guys, what do you want? You want growth on the cost of environment. You have to use renewable sources of energy. That is why, guys, all the governments of the world now, they are focusing on, electric vehicles. They are focusing on, hydrogen vehicles. They are focusing on, solar lights. Because if we go in this space, we are going to end this, we are going to uh, spoil the entire earth. We are going to end the human inhabitation on earth. Guys, it is very important. But I wanted to say, being means, for example, if I make you prime minister for a day, what would you choose? Growth. If there is no growth, employment will also go down. Growth will bring new companies will bring employment, but that in the cost of environment degradation. So we have to think, we have to keep this thing in our mind as well. In which direction we are going? Do we really want to grow, but on the stake of environment? That's it. So we have to think on that thing as well, guys. And one more growth that takes place, that is jobless growth. Now let's see how it works, guys. Now over here, let's give you an example. The best example would be in your family, for example, in the same family now, your father is earning more and more money. Means your father Last year was earning 50,000. This year he's earning 1 lakh rupees. So there's straight away increment, double increment, right? So there's a growth in family, if I say. So if someone asks you in a family, yes, sir, my our our uh, growth was straight away double. But if I say that two children both are not working, the wife is not working, so it means all other family members are not working. It's just one member who is working. So it can be seen as jobless growth. Growth took place. Your father got an increment, double increment, 100% increment, but rest of the family members are not growing. They're not working. Same thing is happening in India right now, guys. Same condition is there in India. You might have seen in newspapers as well that India is growing. India's GDP is growing, but there is a jobless growth. Means not everyone is working, first of all. Only few people are working. They are growing, their money is growing, they are getting good increments, but rest of the people, they are not growing, they are not working. How, sir? How it is relatable? Let me tell you. People are getting more and more jobs in IT sector, in finance sector. What about manufacturing? What about normal jobs? There are no normal jobs anymore. People are getting jobs only in IT sector, service sector jobs. Manufacturing sector is too low in India. You might have heard Prime Minister saying multiple times, we need to manufacture. We need to start up India, make in India. Why they are focusing so much in manufacturing, guys? Because all the jobs are in service sector, IT sector, or you can say finance sector, white collar job, blue collar jobs. But these jobs are the normal jobs. They are they stopped existing. People are not getting jobs. So what is happening? For example, if I'm working in IT sector, I'm getting good increments. But the people who are not, and I'm growing as well. And with my growth, country is also growing. But just example, how many people are there who are getting job in IT sector? Out of 100 people, only 10, 20 people get jobs in IT sector or finance sector because it is these are blue collar, white collar jobs. You need to have very skillful. You need to have good communication skills, good knowledge, good degrees. But what about the laborers? What about manufacturing sector jobs? Who people who are not skillful? That is why government is putting so much efforts on manufacturing, skilling India. Why skilling India? Because we need to have skills, hand skills, so that people get jobs. So because of that, out of the entire 100 people, for example, if we take 100 people in an example, so out of those 100 people, only 10 or 20 people are getting jobs, and they are getting paid, they are getting increments, but 80 people, 80% people are not getting jobs. So it is a growth, but it is a jobless growth. Means country is growing because of these 20 people, but rest 80 people are not working at all. So there is huge amount of unemployment spread throughout the country. And we are the youngest nation as well. If you know many, around 70% students or 70% of the population is still young, under 30. So economic growth that does not lead to an increase in employment opportunities, right? And to work in IT sector, finance sector, you should know coding, you should have good degrees, good knowledge of finance. Why this is happening? Because of technology. My father, he is not good with technology, so he will not get job in technology. I'm just giving an example, right? Similarly, there are so many people who are old school, who are in 40s and 50s. They are not good with technology, so they may not get jobs. Only the people who are good with technology, good finance, or good communication skills, only they will get the jobs. The only thing is that this can create social unrest and inequality, guys, in the society. Means 80 people are not working, 20 students are working out of that. Out of 100, 20 are working, 80 are not working. So 80, there is huge inequality. I am buying iPhones, I am traveling outside, I'm getting married, I am moving, I'm doing international trips, but those 80 people they're not getting married. They can't buy good mobile phones, they can't travel as well. So see guys, there is unrest that is happening. I hope you are getting the point. So this is called as jobless growth. Country is growing, IT sector is growing, finance sector is growing, but people still are not getting jobs. People are not working, only few sectors are working. People are working only in few sectors. So that is also a main reason behind it. I hope you got the point, guys. Till now, we discussed that it's just not the numbers that should be improving. GDP is just a number, GNP is just a number, growth is just a number, right? So there should be a development. There should be inclusive development, right? And then comes that development should not come at the cost of the environment where we are living, right? We should avoid jobless growth. How can we avoid this jobless growth? By giving chance to people in manufacturing, because manufacturing sector you don't need to have that much amount of skills. You just need some hand skills. That's all. You don't need to have good English. You don't need to have good finance or IT knowledge. It's just basic knowledge would be fine, right? So we can give job to these people as well, or we can give some loans to these people so that they can start a small shop or small vendor shop, so they can also start their earnings as well, right? But guys, these all things, they it doesn't overcome all the aspects of life. So we need to have few more parameters for this. So one more important parameter that came, that is HDI, Human Development Index. So it's not always about the growth in numbers, that your father is only earning more and more money and rest of the family is not even having good clothes, not good food, not good health. What is the purpose, right? So it is composite index of the country where health, education, and income have, they're taken under consideration. How? For a country, health should not only be the means growth should only not be the parameter. Means growth in numbers should not be the parameter. The parameter should be, along with the growth, should be good health. People should have good life expectancy. The knowledge, schooling should be good. Means at least you should have basic primary education. That is why government made up to eighth, I think, or up to fifth. I want you to go through it. Primary education is free, and even in primary education, government is providing free food as well. Standard of living should also improve. Means along with national income, you should be having good health, good knowledge. Means mental health and national income should improve. It is just like your father earning money, sending a good school, wearing good clothes, staying in a good colony, good house, good home, giving good health, taking all of you to good hospitals. You're eating healthy food. So that is really what do you mean by HDI, Human Development Index. So it takes consideration. It takes these parameters under consideration, like life expectancy, education level, per capita income. So these things play a very important role. Means it is wholesome, right? So I asked you a question in the beginning of the class. Going to gym, muscular body is healthy? No, that is not a wholesome health. GDP increase is not just growth of the nation. Growth of the nation takes place when every parameter is improving. One more interesting fact I would like to tell you. Bhutan has happiness index. How much people are happy? Are you happy in India? To be very truthful, tell me. Means, see guys, we have to see all these parameters are very important as such. And I would like to tell you one more example over here. That example is that, just give me a moment. What is the ranking of India in terms of HDI? I want you to Google it out. I want you to take a moment and I want you to Google it out. What is the ranking of uh, India in HDI? Please, guys, take your time and Google it out. So, if I tell you guys, the ranking of India is at around 140 something. HDI ranking present India. So, HDI ranking of India. hmm, Just give me a moment, guys. I want you to also Google it out. Human Development Index ranking of India. So it's 134 out of 139 countries. And guys, we need to improve in this. Means the ranking of Nepal, China, and Sri Lanka is much higher than us, guys. So we need to improve this thing. It's not only GDP that would matter. At the end, all these things would matter. I hope you are getting the point. Now, per capita income is also very important to understand. Let me tell you how it works. Out of the family of six, that your grandparents, your parents, and both two of you as siblings, right? Only your father is earning, right? So the thing is that the per capita income would be quite low. Though your family is growing, your father is earning more and more money, your family is growing. But just imagine, guys, your wife, your mother, both of you siblings, both the grandparents, they're not earning anything. The country, family is growing. But to have a good parameter, it is better that everyone earns. If everyone starts earning, means your grandfather gets some pension, your grandmother gets some pension, your mother, she works somewhere, your father, he also works, you also get a new job. Wow, man, just imagine all the family members are working. That is per capita income is working, means total population, how much they are earning divided by total members. Means if your entire family is working, just divide it by total numbers of family members. And that would be per capita income of your family. So it is better parameter. Means, see, if I tell you growth of the family, if your father is earning more money, that is growth. And every year he is earning more money, that is more and more growth. But none of you are earning money. So how can I get to know that you are improving? Really, you are improving. So if I get to see that now you are going to a good school, you are eating good food, you are living in a good home, that could be a good parameter. That is development, right? If I see more deeper, if all of you starts earning money, so your per capita income will increase. So again, I would like you to, search in YouTube or Google, what is per capita income of India and which country is having highest per capita income. Again, very important parameter, guys. So this per capita income will tell you what is the real living standard within that country. Means what is the living standard that the country is being followed, that the country is having. If none of you are earning money, only father is earning money, right? Similarly, what would happen? Uh, if only Mr. Ambani, Mr. Adani, Mr. Birla, if these people are earning money, rest of the population is not earning money. So per capita income is not growing, guys. It is when every family member earns. It is, yes, country would be growing because these people are making a lot of money. But again, there will be huge inequality. Means few people making a lot of money, rest people they are not making money at all. So per capita income is a very important parameter if you want to see how the economic growth of the nation is taking place. So if tomorrow a politician comes to you that okay, India is the fastest growing country, this is something I'm going to tell you just in a moment, after a moment. So you should be asking, sir, what is the per capita income? Are we growing in per capita income? Being a finance student should be asking. You should be asking, what is HDI, sir? You should be asking, what is jobless growth? Are we moving towards jobless growth? You should be asking, what is the development, economic development? It's not just a GDP, guys. Yes, GDP is also a very important parameter. I'm not denying that. But I would like to say over here that you should be seeing all these parameters as well. These parameters are also equally important. Right now, what are inequalities? So, because of this, the entire thing means whatever I told you means if out of 100 people, only 10 people are making money, and that too insane amount of money, and 90 people they're not earning at all. They're not earning at all. So if these 10 people are making money in a class, the class is full of 100 people. Out of these 100 people, 10 are making good money. So when I calculate, guys, in a copy that yes, how is my class growing? Absolutely, my class is growing in numbers. Yes, they are earning money. But you see, 90 people are not making money, and 10 people are enjoying their lives and the peak. They're going to Goa, they're to Thailand, Bangkok, Dubai, and travels and buying new cars, new mobile phones. 90 people, they will be dying out of jealousy. Oh, what these people are doing so special. That will increase the inequality. So that inequality is not good for a country. So whenever being a finance student, whenever you are seeing the GDP, you should see these parameters as well. Means what is the inequality in the country? What is inflation in the country? Means if inflation is going high, can a middle class afford these things? So what is our country just growing in numbers or just is this it is a real development? Because numbers can be increased, right? But there are other hidden parameters there. Per capita income is also very important. So inequalities are when uneven distribution of resources and opportunities takes place. Guys, in India, Gujarat is more developed, but are those seven sister states are they equally developed? Yes or no? Means Nagaland, Manipur, Tripura, all these states, do they have good opportunities of job? Means East versus West. Who is having more opportunities? Let's take example of North versus South. Is Kashmir or Himachal, or as per say Uttaranchal, Uttarakhand, equally grown as compared to your Tamil Nadu or Andhra Pradesh? I don't think so. There would be more opportunities in South India or in Gujarat, but not in these areas. So these are called as regional inequalities. More inequalities, if I will tell you, do girls get equal opportunities as compared to boys? Though they are getting, but I would say no. Still, there is huge discrimination against girls. This is called a gender inequality. Means out of total students, 100 students in my class, for example, if girls are not getting jobs because they are girls, so anyhow it is going to create class would be growing, country would be growing, but there is no contribution of girls. So there is no what inclusive growth. Means girls are not getting chance to work at least. So if GDP is growing because of men and GDP is 7%, for example, 7% growth rate GDP is there. What if women also start participating equal number? So GDP would straight away become double, guys, because there is double participation, men and women both. So I hope this is clear to everybody. Income inequality, I already told you guys. I hope this is clear to everyone. So this hampers the economic development basically. This creates social tension in the society. Means one person earning more, another person earning, then your relatives would start relating. Means your Sharma ji ka beta hai, oh, Sharma ji's child is earning this much amount of money and you are not. So this will give you sleepless nights basically. This is what I wanted to say. So, it becomes very difficult for the government otherwise to bring development if one aspect of society is growing and another is not. It becomes very difficult, right? So I would like to ask you a question, everyone, that if you would have been the prime minister or you would have been a decision maker or policy maker in the country, which growth you would choose? Which growth? Just GDP? Just numbers? Or you would like to see that all the aspects should be growing? Second thing I would like to ask you, I want all of you to see which country is having highest per capita income. This is homework for you. And which country is having least per capita income? What is India's ranking? Is it increasing or decreasing? And just try to relate it with Pakistan, with Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, at least with our neighbors. And then you can please compare it with USA, China, Oman, Gulf countries. Because highest per capita income is in Gulf countries only. China is also improving, right? So I want you to compare where we are at least, just don't see GDP, guys. GDP are just numbers. And anyhow, we are 150 crore people. GDP will anyhow will growing. We are developing nation. Now, one more question I would like to ask. This is a very important question. Sometimes we say we are the fastest growing economy of the world. We are the fastest growing nation of the world, right? On contrary, sometimes our politicians say, sometimes when we go to World Bank or IMF that we are poor nation, third world nation, we have poverty. So please help us, give us some loans. So which statement is true, guys? What do you say? One statement is we are the fastest growing economy, fastest growing nation in the world. Our GDP is always 7%. Now, this is statement number one. Statement number two is, are we a poor nation? Are we a third world nation? Or are we a developing nation or a developed nation? What do you say? What's your take on this, guys? Which statement is true amongst both of these? Because the thing is that, guys, this is just not the numbers. We need to see some conceptual thing over here. I want you to think, pause the video, and then come back to the answer. See, let me give you example in the most practical way. This is number A. This is B. Mr. A, Mr. B. Mr. A's salary is 1 lakh rupee. Mr. B's salary is 10,000 rupee. 1 lakh, 10,000. Who is rich? Obviously, Mr. A. He is earning 1 lakh rupee. That is why A, number one, and 1 lakh rupee. Mr. B is poor, right? After 1 year, what happens? Mr. A's salary becomes 1 lakh 10,000, means 10,000 rupee increment. Same, Mr. B also get 10,000 rupee increment. His salary is now from 10,000 to 20,000. So his is 1 lakh 10,000. is 20,000. So from 1 lakh to 1 lakh 10,000, from 10,000 to 20,000. Now think very carefully. If I see numbers, only numbers, this person grew at the rate of 10%. From 1 lakh to 1 lakh 10,000, 10% increment. This person grew at the rate of 100%. From 10,000 to another 10,000, 20,000, 100%. Now, let me ask you the question again. Who is rich? This person. But who is fastest growing? This. His growth rate is 100%. His growth is 10%. But who is rich? This person is rich. He is just fastest growing. Guys, always remember, we are a developing nation. We, as Asian country, India, Nepal, Pakistan, all these countries, we are developing nations. We are not rich. So our growth rate would also always be high. Always. You should never be surprised if our growth rate touches 10% as well sometime. Though it rarely happens, but it should be, there should not be a surprise. Means, as Mr. B, if he can get 100% increment, same happens with developing nations. We are jumping right now. Whereas the European nation, developed nations, America, Europe, they have, growth rate of 1% or 2%. They're happy with that because they are already rich. But guys, per capita income is very, very high in these countries. These countries are very rich countries. India and all developing nations, we are poor nation. We are third world nation, developing nation. So if someone asks you, who is the fastest growing economy? Yes, we, India, is the fastest growing economy. Like Mr. B, 10,000 to another 10,000, 100%. Yes, we are the fastest growing economy. True. If someone asks you that are we poor? Yes, true. We are poor. We are developing. We are not rich yet. But like Mr. A, USA, Canada, these countries are very rich. Per capita income is very high. Quality of living is very high. I hope you're getting the point, guys. So it's not only the numbers that should matter. It is wholesome growth that should be mattering to you. Like, going to gym, looking muscular is not only a thing. Internally, externally, both should be healthy. Similarly, numbers should not be increasing in the economy. It should be wholesome growth, guys. I hope this is clear to everybody.